Welcome in, everybody. Two Piece Pod. I'm your host, Patrick Parker. Today with me, I got my boy Saby coming back on the show. What's up, my man?
Yo, what's up, guys?
This episode is brought to you by Porterville Wholesale. If you're trying to save some money on power tools, on hand tools, saws, hand saws, if you're trying to save money on heaters, which it's getting cold right now, but on heaters, patio sets, indoor, outdoor lighting, and fans, everything good that you need, go to my boy Ray Sanchez over at Porterville Wholesale. He's got everything down there. He can't save you money on gas, but he can definitely save you money on some good stuff for your house. I'm telling you. He just did a giveaway. It was very nice. Thank you again, Ray. Shout out to Adelaide for winning that one on the Chino Brothers. That podcast is also going on YouTube. Go check that out. But again, 1902 West North Grand, Porterville, California. Go check him out there. My boy Ray Sanchez is waiting for you. Tell him Two Piece Pod sent you. What's up, man? It's good to have you back.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
A long time coming, so finally, I'm back.
Well, it's cool because you got this competition coming up that you said.
Yeah.
So that's going to be nice, and we're going to go through that today. But it's also, it's just fun to have you back on here. Bring some...
Man, I appreciate it.
Bring some goodness back up on here. So, let's just kind of jump into it. You're going, like I said, into this competition, but you kind of... Last time on the episode, we're talking a little bit about a break, that you took, and then came back to working out strong again.
Right.
So back in 2015, you went to a competition for the first time.
Yeah, I did. It was my very first men's physique show out in Palm Springs.
So tell me a little bit about what happened. Like what was going on out there? That was your first competition. What happened?
I think what got me into like the actual competing sport, because obviously I was in the gym at a young age, right? Was actually my brother. He's actually done some shows. Okay. So being able to see it firsthand and seeing, his preparation for the show kind of like gave me that inspiration in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I'm in the gym. So the only thing I need to do is kind of clean up the diet and follow structure, guide plan, right?
Yeah, guidelines.
So I was like, you know what? I was one of those guys where I said, man, I'm never going to compete. That's not for me. That's more like I'll let my brother do his thing.
Right.
I'll support him, you know what I'm saying? But I know I just got that little bug and that little itch, and next thing you know, I said, fuck it, I got nothing to lose, so I went for it.
Right.
And then, so it was definitely a unique experience. It's something that, my hat's off to all the athletes that, that compete, whether it's powerlifting, bodybuilding, you know what I'm saying? It takes a strong individual mentally and physically. I mean, obviously that comes.
So, did you place at all?
I did. I actually placed third in my first show, something I was very proud of. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
First show, nervous, of course, didn't know what to expect. But yeah, it was quite an experience.
So, tell me the mentality you had about, what was it? It's now been 7 years ago. Tell me the mentality you had going into that first show.
To be honest, I was fortunate enough during that prep, I was able to actually work out with my brother. So I was there to pick his brain when it came to getting closer to the show, right?
Right.
To see what kind of helped him. So I got to pick his brain a little bit, and then I kind of just, threw in my own little twist.
Yeah. Kind of just a little bit in there just to make
it
yourself.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So, okay. You said was your brother most likely or more or less like a coach to you then, rather than, more than anything at the time?
I would say both.
Yeah?
Yeah, because anytime I had, certain questions about certain exercises, whether it was exercises or, even food, supplementation, I would ask him. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I was the younger brother, and he's been doing it for a while, too.
Right.
And I'm fortunate enough that we actually know a lot of people in the fitness industry out here, you know what I'm saying? So I already knew if I had certain questions, if my brother didn't have the answers, I can go ask.
Right.
So I was thankful for that.
Because isn't your dad also big into
My dad knows a little bit, yeah.
Big into lifting too. I used to, like I say, I always used to see them in the gym.
I think
him and your brother.
Starting so young, I was able to have a lot of different connections at a young age.
Yeah.
Different age groups and people who have different experiences and stuff like that. So I was thankful for that.
Right. And it kind of keep it real. People don't understand sometimes, especially when you're young, that experience means a lot.
100%.
Yeah. And did you have any shows after this show?
So I did 2015, my first show. I placed, right? I did a show the following year.
Okay.
out in Culver City.
Ooh.
And that was quite a bit of a reality check for me. And I say that because I got my ass whooped. I look like shit. I mean, I can't point the finger at nobody. It was my fault.
Right.
You know, leading up to the prep, I wasn't in mentally 100%.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna lie, I fucked it off. There's some shit that I was doing as far as eating wise that I shouldn't have been eating at the time. For example, there's times late at night eating cereal with milk, and you know, milk's fattening. So I had the mentality that, oh, I can get away with this. I'll just do extra cardio. But little by little, it all started adding up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of, like I said, it was a slap in the face to myself. I was embarrassed. I embarrassed myself, basically. But reality check, too. You know, I kind of not placing from my first show, not placing to the second show. It was kind of like, okay, am I going to be cut out for this sport? I had to keep it real with myself. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, hey, it's either, you know, work harder or just, you know, this is not for you.
Right.
Competing wise.
Right.
Being in the gym is one thing, but competing is a whole different level, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to take some time off. I took about 5 years off.
Dang. Took a little break, huh?
Took a little break.
But you were still working out in these periods.
Yes,
right?
yes. So I said, in order to see myself compete with these people at their level or even better, I need to take some time off, obviously grow more.
Reflect.
And at the same time, my son was a baby still, so I wanted to make sure I was there with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I was, like we talked about, I was still lifting, but at the same time, I was a dad first.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because if you know, anytime you're competitive in any kind of sport, it takes away a lot.
It takes away a lot of everything.
You know, from, you know, family things.
Look at Tom Brady right now.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. From your wife, girlfriend,
right.
You know, family, friends.
Yes.
Mind you, there's times where, you know what, you just want to say F it and you want to go against your what you're supposed to be doing, but you just got to remind yourself why you're doing it, you know? And I feel like the people that rock with you and understand that, they're always going to support you. And the people that are always in your ear nagging, oh, you think you're too good and this and that, you can't even kick it with us anymore, those are the people you got to cut out. Because they're going to hold you back from from chasing your dreams. That's 100%. The way I look at it.
See, and that's the thing, because, like, yeah, anybody that can't support you with what you're doing, whether or not that you're around really or not, really isn't there for you.
They're cancers.
Like, exactly. Because there's people that I know that maybe I used to hang out with high school or do something with, you know, like when I was younger, and then that are doing great things right now. And then I'll never sit there and be like, oh, they don't hang out with me. I'm going to be like, keep doing your thing. And if I see you, I'm going to say what's up, you know, give you one of them handshakes, give you a quick little hug or something until you keep doing your thing.
I think these days what a lot of people lack is encouragement and support. Right. It's always negativity. It's always trying to one-up somebody. You know, if you see someone doing well, it's like instead of, you know, giving them their props or whatever, congratulate them, you want to put them down. Right. You want to shit on them, like, for what?
Oh, like, you only got that because of this, and that's not
mommy and daddy got you this and that, where you're, you know what I'm saying? People, it's like, if you put in the work, and the hard work, and people see it, it's like, why not applaud them? Why hate on it? Right. I think it's weird, like, I was raised, like, you know, to hate on somebody is a no-no. Even on the man, it's like, that's a you just don't do that, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's just weird to me.
Right.
Why not? I think, like we've talked about before, respect goes a long way. If you can, you know, put your ego to the side and, you know, give credit when it's due, that says a lot about your character. Exactly. And I'm all about character.
Exactly. And it's huge because, I mean, don't get me wrong, but that's why I feel like there's a lot of things that are going wrong right now in the world. It's because people's character has just gone to shit.
Yes.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because, like, again, like you said, everybody now is never like, oh, hey, good job, man. Like I used to see movies where people would be like, hey, good job, congratulations. Everyone now is like, that ain't that great of a thing. You know, you're only doing this. And, oh, you probably did this.
You're just doing it for clout.
Yeah.
You know, you're just doing for likes and views and shit like that.
Right. But it's not what's, you know, like, people just need to understand sometimes, like, hey.
But at the same time, don't let that negative criticism take you away from what you enjoy doing.
Exactly. Because there's always going to be critics out there, you know what I mean? People always have opinions, and some of the opinions. Here's where a big thing is. Opinions. People are going to have different opinions. People might not have the same opinion as you. And just because someone doesn't have the same opinion as you doesn't mean they hate you or don't like you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's like that's a huge thing for people right now is because if a lot of people at this point if you were to say, "Hey, the sky is green," and I'm like, "No, the sky is blue." All of a sudden we should be mad at each other because we're both arguing. It's like, no. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. I agree.
who knows? You could be colorblind or I could be colorblind. You know what I mean? We're looking at this going, "Oh, man."
I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion
Yes.
on everything.
Right.
Why there's gonna be certain things you agree with, certain things you don't.
Right.
That doesn't mean just because we don't agree we can't get along.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You just have a different perspective of it.
Exactly. And see, that was like a huge, like,
For example,
that's been a big thing for me.
Some people are they don't believe on when it comes to pizza. They don't believe pineapple on pepperoni. I'm one of the people that love the pineapple and pepperoni.
All right.
You know,
so
it's just
pineapple
like
and pepperoni. It's not a bad pizza at all. Throw some jalapenos on there. You done that?
no, it's too hot for me.
Oh, see, okay, do light jalapeno. Try spicy and
Every
sweet.
once in a blue moon, I'll get creative. I'll do the olives, pineapple.
Ooh, you do some olives.
But the jalapeno, I don't know. It depends, bro.
Try some linguiça on the pizza.
That's different.
It's different. It's another sweetness to it. So
Never even heard of it.
It's fire. It's a Portuguese sausage, but it's sweet, and it's good. It's freaking good.
I'm willing to try. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
you'll like it.
never know because
well, maybe you will, but I think you will. It's just a good meat. It's sometimes a lot of times it could be like a breakfast meat, alongside like a chorizo or something like that. You know, but
I mean, I'll take your word for it. Looks like I
cool.
just try it out, see what it's about.
But yeah, so okay, we went off on a far one there, huh?
Yeah, we did. It's all good.
But that's cool. All right, so you did all these things. You kind of went through this second one, like where you kind of fell off. I meant to ask you, was your brother there coaching you at this second one as well?
Actually, no. For the first show and second show, I had a buddy who was also competing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he competed in the first show with me, but he was doing bodybuilding, so he was coaching me while he was on his prep as coaching himself, right?
Right.
So he was my eyes, which I was thankful for, and obviously I had my brother's eyes as well, just to see what's going on, see how my body's looking. Because when you have another set of eyes, they're gonna catch something that you can't catch yourself. You know. So and going into the second show, the same person helped me, my buddy. Obviously, if I needed another set of eyes, I would ask my brother. But coaching wise, as far as the meal plan, supplements was from my actual coach.
Oh, okay.
Which is the guy who actually, from the beginning of the year, as far as the first year, who did bodybuilding, he's the one.
Okay.
So big shout out to him. His name's Axel. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Shout out to Axel.
It helped me a lot.
Hell yeah, I understand that. Like, don't get me wrong, but having a coach helps, especially somebody that knows the game and what's going on. Like, that's a different story.
I'm a firm. It's very important, honestly.
Yes.
It's an investment.
Yes.
Within yourself too, and obviously, you guys, you're able to build something. He gets to learn your body,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just chemistry,
Right. See, that's the thing. That makes it nice.
100%.
So, okay. Now that you got the thing with the coach, did he know about you eating late? Did you tell him that you were eating late?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I kept that shit on hush hush.
Right.
I was like, nah, I'm not gonna tell this fool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go extra. So, how soon did you notice? Like, what was your the thing you noticed the most when you walked in on this second show and you were like, shit?
That morning, I had for breakfast. I still remember I had pancakes and some eggs, and I just noticed like I was flat. Nothing was popping. Once it was time to pump up and get ready to hit the stage, nothing was. I wasn't looking like how I should have looked.
And when you say pump up, ready to hit,
like your muscles popping out, your vascularity,
push-ups and stuff, or what?
Some push-ups, some light dumbbell raises, whether it's for shoulders, different things for your arms.
So they got all the weights backstage, or what?
Yeah, and you can even use bands. Some people take their own bands. It's very common.
Dang, just sitting there killing those muscles, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
I knew something was off once I started pumping. I couldn't catch a pump for nothing. I ate a little, I even, did what I did on my first show, which was eat a piece of chocolate and a shot of soda. Yeah. And when I did that my first show, within 5 minutes, my whole body changed. with the snap of a finger. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I did it for the second show, right? And yeah, nothing happened.
It was like,
I was like, damn.
because
But
you
I
had to give all
think
those
it's like
sugars.
I think my body it just wasn't responding. I think, like I said, because I fucked it off.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
and it
what
started
kind of
adding
cereal
up.
were you eating?
What happened?
What kind of cereal were you eating?
It varied, but for the most part, Frosted Flakes.
So sugary cereal.
Yeah. I mean,
That's probably what it was. All that sugar, and your body was like, "Oh, we've been feeded this."
Yeah, yeah. Your body's used to it, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like there ain't no shock to it.
Ooh, and you haven't had any this time, huh?
No, this time whole different
Ooh.
story, man. It's like, so I'm about 5 weeks out.
Hold up. We'll jump into that. Let me hit this real quick. But this episode is also brought to you by VIP on the Go. If you need your medicinal needs and you need them fast, you need to hit up VIP on the Go. They got all the good stuff from carts to flour to the pins to the edibles to pre-rolls, all the good stuff, and they're there in like 30 minutes. They try to say, "Oh, tell them an hour," but I'm gonna tell you guys like 30 minutes at the most. You know what I mean? So if you want that number, it's gonna be 1-661-380-6380, and you have to text them the code 2PSPOD in order to get accepted. So again, that number is 1-661-380-6380. Text them code 2PSPOD to get accepted. So, all right. So let's dive in now, big to what is going on
5 years later.
Yeah, 5 years later. Like you were telling me earlier, kind of your revenge story on yourself of diving back into this competition. Let's start from the beginning. How did you start this process?
It's always been on my mind to do another show.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know if I was mentally ready, because I know it's a process, and I never wanted to be one of those people where I prep for something and I do half-ass effort like I did my second show. Pretty much. I think as an athlete, if you're gonna commit to something, you have to be all in. And I feel like this time around is very different because I've been all in. No cutting corners, no late night meals. As far as like cereal, the shit I had my second show, right? It's just everything's been on point. Right. Being strict, holding myself accountable each day. It's very important to me.
So, what was the diet like at the beginning of this whole process? What were you eating then?
We're doing about 6.5 ounces of protein of my choice. So I would usually do ground turkey, steak, sometimes chicken. I choose ground turkey over chicken because I feel like it digests a lot faster for me.
But what about the steak? Isn't steak like a heavy red meat?
Yeah, but I would usually have steak for my dinner. So throughout the day, I'll have a ground turkey with jasmine rice.
Oh, nice.
I had option whether I want to do jasmine rice, potatoes, but I just prefer the rice, to be honest. Every once in a blue moon, I'll change it up. I would do potatoes.
You could throw some pepper on there, too, and it's all right.
Yeah, so I think now, I have a coach. Shout out to Eric Frapp. He's the one who's been helping me. The reason why I chose him is because I feel like I have the best chance with him to help me get to the next level. He's done it. I've seen it. His clients. He actually, when I was a little bit younger, he's helped a bodybuilder turn pro named Eric Martinez. Shout out to Eric. He lives out in Long Beach.
Oh, wow.
So he's a professional 212 bodybuilder.
Wow.
So he helped him turn pro. So I've seen it firsthand. So like we talked about an investment, I was like, you know what? This guy knows what he's doing, obviously. His clients come out top tier every time. Why not? It's a no-brainer.
If it's proven, why not?
He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing, obviously. I was like, so let's jump on the bandwagon and let's go.
You ain't lying, though. Because, keep it real. If you've seen it happen, it's like anything else. It's just credibility.
Yeah.
It's a credible thing to invest in yourself by doing this, so you're going to do it. And who knows? You know what I mean? Like, it should turn out for the best, and I'm pretty sure it will.
God willing, yeah.
I know how your mentality is going through it, you know what I mean? So,
like I said, this time around is a whole different.
Right.
I have a whole different mindset.
You got to do it now. You got people counting on you.
Every day, it's been on my mind.
Yeah.
I've been counting the days, and I made a promise to my son that I'm going to get this W. I'm going to bring the trophy home. And that's what it is.
I see you bringing him to the gym a couple times. And
Yeah, try to introduce him to it. Yeah. I was fortunate to start at a young age, so maybe he's only 10, so he
Right.
still has a few years.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
because don't get me wrong. When did you start really?
I
working
had
out?
that push because my dad was in the gym, and obviously my older brother was in the gym.
And you
So I
wanted to
had
go
that
there.
little push, and it
Yeah.
kind of motivated me. With being the only child, it's kind of different, you know. I think as it gets older, the switch will turn,
Yeah.
and then that's when the fun's gonna happen, you know.
Exactly. I mean, he's gonna see you there and want to be there with you too. Anyway.
I'm not that dad that tries to force shit
him into
upon my
stuff.
son.
Yeah.
If he's not ready, he's not ready. You know, I'm not gonna make
don't
him
wanna
do
do
shit
it,
he don't
yeah.
want to do.
Exactly.
It's just a waste of time, and it's waste of it's just
Makes
nobody
him
likes
angry
waste time.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, I
I'm
get
cool.
that.
It's like as long as he's getting good grades, obviously he's still young. He likes his video games, which I understand because at his age I was doing the same thing too. You know, staying late up at night playing video games.
Playing MLB.
Yeah.
Yep. Remember Slugfest?
Yes. And what was it? What's the NFL game?
Oh, Blitz? NFL Blitz?
Yes, Blitz.
Man. And you could just deck everybody that
Yes,
you wanted to
yes.
all the time.
I miss those games.
Yeah, those were fun games.
And the old school Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. Oh my God.
Man, that changed the game.
Remember, we used to play those on tournaments.
This was way before what nowadays is like Call of Duty and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
This,
I play Call of Duty though. I'm not gonna lie.
nah, I'm not good at shooting games. I'm more of the sports head.
See, I'll play Madden. I'll play NBA 2K, but I'll also play some Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean I'll play it. I don't mind it, but I'm probably getting my ass murked because I suck.
Do you play MLB innings or whatever, or MLB the show?
Is it the show? Yes.
I've got one of them. I haven't played it in a while, but it's just because
I have that. I think it was the edition of who was on the cover, King Griffey Jr.
Ooh,
That's the last
that was
edition I got.
that was
And
my
then I don't know,
favorite
I just kind of pulled away from video games. I wasn't really up to date like that playing like I used to. I just kind of got away every once in a blue moon. Like I'll play with my son, but like me personally, I kind of got away from it. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of more invested more time in
The working out.
the working out.
Yep, that's understandable. So okay, excuse me. You ate a lot of proteins. How many calories were you taking in at the beginning?
Probably like over 2,000.
2,000. Because let's say your workouts had to have been a lot more heavier. You know, you were telling me earlier about how you were you would fight for one and then you'd try and go past that or at least match it.
It's like a numbers game. I call it a numbers game. So
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people feel like they have that mindset. Well, I need to go heavier every time I'm lifting, which it's not how it works. You know, you got to mix it up.
Yeah.
I've always been one of those people. I always like training for volume, which is higher reps.
Right.
Honestly, every once in a blue moon, I like to see where my strength's at. You know, see where you got that little thing inside that.
How strong am I today?
Yeah.
And especially there's those days where you're just in it, like, and you're just like, yeah, everything is
But
perfect timing for
I think I just now these days I just try to train smarter. You know, longevity is key for me.
Well, we
Because
are getting older.
the way I see it is like you have these younger kids, they're pushing this crazy weight, but they don't understand like a couple years down the road you're gonna be like hurting.
Yes.
You know, that's for real. Once you hit that 30,
yeah, it hurts.
your body it's a whole different ball game.
Right. And that's what keep it real. That's what I try to tell people. I'm like, you got to realize like. Once you get a little bit older and you start actually feeling what's going on, you're like, holy crap, I wish I didn't do that.
I think it's very important. It's not how much weight you're lifting, but how you're lifting the weight. I think people don't really get that concept. But once they do, it's a freaking game changer for you. Right. That's when like the fun really happens and you start noticing a bigger difference in your body. Of course, eating what you're supposed to, right? Yeah,
because keep it real, not going to lie. Like I've seen people that are doing like the wrong type of form and stuff like that.
We see it all the time, bro. We see it all the time in the gym. It's like you want to go up to that person, but you don't want to come across as an asshole. You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, but it's like then I'll be lifting a little bit like lighter than them, and I'm like, if I threw my body into it the way you're doing that, like I could lift this whole thing with 72 times if I wanted to. You know
right? Yeah.
It's like, God dang, dude, just use what you're supposed to use.
It's a lot of what we call ego lifting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not. Mind you, when I was younger, in my younger 20s, yeah, 100%, I was doing that shit. But as I started getting older, I want to say once I kind of hit like the 27, 28, that's when I started actually taking the shit more serious as far as breaking it down, doing shit properly.
And looking out for your body at the same time. So yeah, that's a lot of times that's what I want to do is just please don't hurt yourself. You're hurting me right now.
You just gotta get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because you're used to doing things like a certain way. So like your mindset's trained that I gotta do it this way. So to learn something new, it's kind of hard for you to adapt to it. Well, it takes time.
Well, see, I was just like, I'm talking like for the other people. I'm like, please don't, like, just don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so you're taking in these 2,000 calories. Then you're lifting a little heavier. So would you say you were on kind of like a lift heavy 1 week, lift like medium the next week, lift heavy? Yeah, okay, because I heard that's kind of like one of the best ways to work out. That way, like I was telling you earlier, you're not breaking down your muscles every single time to injure yourself, but you're breaking them down and letting them fully rebuild.
100%.
Okay, cool. Yep.
So I started this prep. I started weighing at 210.
Yeah.
This morning I woke up, I'm weighing 183.
And that's just because
now my calorie intake is it's lower. Yeah. I'm at 1,500 calories.
Yeah. See,
so that's a huge drop off from 2,000 to, it's a big game changer, especially with doing an hour of cardio every day.
Tell me your daily meal right now, or a variation of it.
Well, it's been changing for the past 2 weeks. So in the mornings I have a protein shake with 40 grams of oats.
Okay.
So if I'll give you an example for a carb day, high carb day. So for example, say tomorrow, my breakfast will be a scoop of protein shake, 40 grams of oats. That's meal number one. Second meal will be 6 ounces of protein with a little bit of salad. Third meal, same as meal 2, protein with some salad. 4, same thing,
protein and salad.
Yeah, and fifth meal would just be a shake.
Okay.
With 15 almonds.
Okay.
And I forgot breakfast. I'll have 15 almonds too.
Okay.
Getting your fats in.
And then what's for dinner?
Dinner was, I would do steak with salad.
Steak with salad. Okay.
So that's meal number 4.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
It's very repetitive, which I don't mind because I kind of I've trained my mind that I'm eating for results. I'm not eating for pleasure. Well, so a lot of people ask you don't get bored of eating the same stuff? I'm like, no, I'm kind of as long as I mix the sauces, which is green salsa and that hot wing sauce, we're straight.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. See, yeah, I did that. Don't get me wrong, but I ate chicken and rice. I remember.
I remember, yeah.
And that's what I did with my head. I was like, it's not just because I'm
that's your typical bodybuilding meal, chicken and rice.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm doing this, like you said, for results. I want these results.
Right.
And I want them as fast as possible. So I'm going to eat chicken and rice. Every once in a while I'd throw in some broccoli or some salad. And
Get your greens, yeah.
Yeah.
Get your greens in.
But, you know what I mean? That was the thing. Man, okay, so I got a question. Keep it real. Do you have to take fiber pills right now?
No.
No? Was it all the protein probably, huh?
Yeah.
Because see, when I was doing that, I didn't take in as much protein, but I had to take in fiber pills.
I'm getting enough protein in where I don't have to take the fiber pills, so I'm fortunate for it. Yeah. I'm lucky because I don't know how that would work.
Well, see, yeah, because it wasn't bad. It was I could tell that I was when I'd go to the restroom, it would be a little bit. I was I don't like that it's getting harder.
Yeah.
So.
What's very common is digestive enzymes with your meals.
Yes.
That helps a lot of people. I know people that, especially for the people that when they eat, they bloat fast, and it takes a while for their bloatness to go down. I highly recommend digestive enzymes. They help.
10. It's a 10. So, what would you say? Okay, what would you say a carbless diet is like?
Carbless?
Yeah, just all protein shakes.
No, not just protein shakes, but just protein and your greens.
And that's it?
Yeah.
And then steak still for dinner?
Steak still for dinner.
Ooh, and anything other than the salad that you would go with? I mean, I know it keeps it simple when you're just hey, I just want one meal.
I wouldn't. It's common to have asparagus.
Yeah.
Not broccoli.
I don't like
asparagus, but I haven't done it in a while. I kind of just got used to the salad, the green.
And do you put any lettuce on it? Or any lettuce? Any dressing?
Yeah. Fat free, of course. I think it's called a zesty.
Zesty. What's the flavor?
Kind of like an Italian type-ish flavor, like a sweet.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like that.
See, I'm one of those people that I just mix my salad and my freaking protein again. Mix the shit with the sauces, different sauces. I actually just eat the shit. I just go in on it. I'm one of them. I don't eat like, okay, I'm gonna eat my meat first and then I'm gonna eat my salad. I just mix it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that too.
I mix it and just try to scarf it down.
Oh my god, I was thinking you meant like a protein shake.
No.
You're putting a protein shake on your salad, bro.
Nah.
Oh
So
my god.
I'm one of them. I just mix my food and just go in on it.
Okay, and yeah, because that's the same thing I'll do. It's basically like making a steak salad.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's fire. Yeah. I love doing that. I'm that kind of person too.
And sometimes if I get lazy and I don't want to cook, I go to Victor's a lot.
Victor's?
I get what they call the bottomless salad. So it's just basically your protein, pinto beans, and lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the salsa. That's it.
Any flame broiler or anything like that? What would
There's been a few times that I've gone it. Yeah.
So anybody that listens that maybe is working out, what would you advise them would be like okay places to go maybe once in a blue moon?
Flame broiler, Victor's. I mean, I could say Chipotle, but it's kind of like hit or miss because I've noticed from personal experience that shit bloats me every time I eat, and it takes about like a day or two for my body to get back to normal. It's weird. It tastes bomb, mind you. It tastes bomb, but
I don't think it's the best for you though.
I think they just put a lot of sodium, and so it's just it's crazy.
That's
that's why I kind of maneuvered away from it because I was heavy on it.
Well, because you got to think that's what kind of makes it taste so good though, So I could definitely see that.
Also, if you are looking for like a fast food, In-N-Out, but do protein style, so with the lettuce wrap.
Ooh, see, okay.
So you get your fat, obviously your burger with the cheese.
But how many times should you be eating these?
Man,
once for when you're gaining, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying out. You don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong. That's why I say like once in a blue moon because there's gonna be times. I mean, there was even times where I was doing chicken and rice where I was like, well, I could get this tonight. No, I could get this
here and there. I'll say here and there, but not on some everyday type deal.
And I had to tell myself like, no, I can't get that.
To keep it real, you're better off just cooking your own food.
Right, 100%. I agree.
But it's like, man, it's like sometimes we know it's very time consuming.
Yes.
Very time consuming, but
it's
a sacrifice.
Well, because like you were telling me earlier, yeah, and this is part of that whole being, mentally into the working out and being away from the family and doing your thing is now I've got to cook my dinner, which means I can't just go hang out and do whatever I want to do.
Right.
And I've got to make sure this is right, So that's part of the whole investment. You're investing into this by, cooking yourself a dinner.
Yeah, because so basically with my coach that I have, so every Sunday we have check-ins. So in the morning, before I eat anything or drink anything, I go weigh myself. I take progress pictures and I send them to him. I fill out the questionnaire the questions that he has asked me as far as how I feel during that week, and that determines the nutrition for that week.
Right.
So it's like if you're fucking it off, your coach is gonna know come Sunday how your body's looking, and he's gonna because he's expecting your body to be changing, and you look a certain way, but you're looking this way. Something's wrong. Right. He's gonna ask you, hey,
what's going on?
Yeah, what'd you eat? You know what I'm saying?
What'd you eat?
Yeah,
cereal. I'm just kidding.
So it's going back to touch upon like my mentality had to change.
Yeah.
When I did the second show, I wasn't mentally there. I wasn't mentally prepared.
Would you say that you were kind of coasting through it?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you think that you were going to still be fine from like the last show?
I thought I can get away with it.
Yeah.
I thought I knew my body well enough that I was going to coast through it. I could do what I want, in a sense, eat what I want, and get away with it.
Yeah.
And it caught up to me.
Exactly. Because don't get me wrong, but...
It caught up to me when they counted the most. And I got fucking embarrassed. Straight up. But this time around, I told myself that shit ain't going to happen.
Not again.
I got to stay on point.
I'm excited for you, though.
Thank you, man. I'm excited, too. Like I said, it's been 5 years. A long time coming.
Damn. Yeah, it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, but that is a long time coming. But at the same time, like, you realize, like, hey, that's actually a short period of time now. You know what I mean?
It's literally right around the corner.
I know. But what I was going to say is, like, isn't it crazy how much more, like, understanding of what's going on
I think within those 5 years, I've made some tremendous growth, not just physically, but mentally.
Right.
You know, you have to be a strong mental individual when it comes to this sport. Mm-hmm. You have to. It's not for everybody, and you got to learn how to have thick skin. Yes. Because like you talked about earlier, not everyone's gonna always be rooting for you. They're always gonna be against you sometimes too. You know, it's just, but you can't let that take you away from your goal.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right. Keep it real. I mean, like you were telling me earlier, sometimes you got to make that what makes you strive even more and
Motivation.
Kind of use that as your motivation.
Use that motivation.
So, and that's what's cool about it.
I think I don't mean to cut you out, but I think to touch up on what you're talking about right now, growing up, I always used negativity, and I used it in a positive way as motivation to give you that extra push. It goes a long way.
It really does. Sometimes it just makes you strive that extra. Like, I'm gonna do this one more time. You know what I'm saying? And that's. I have a friend, and he doesn't spit negativity at me like just trying to be mean, but he'll tell you like straight up if you looking good or not. You know what I mean? Like in a sense, like
you need that.
Yeah,
you need that for
and
sure.
It's somebody that's like, hey,
you need that. You need that in your circle.
Yeah,
those kind of people.
You're looking like this. You need to probably do this, and it's like he's like that. So it's not negative, but it's like I don't want to hear that. So what do? I got to change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He's just trying to hold you accountable because he knows. Like your potential, basically,
right? Of
what you're capable of, and you're not putting out your potential.
So there's always going to be people that are like negative towards you just in general, but sometimes you got to watch out for those negative people that are just trying to help you.
It's not just in general. I really believe it's how about you carry yourself inside and outside the gym. You know, True. I've gotten it all the time, even growing up. It's like I get read differently because people always see a straight face and they always think I'm pissed off. It's just, in reality, it's just my look. I go in there for a purpose. You know, if I know you, I don't mind chopping it up with you.
Right.
But if I don't know you, I was raised like I kind of just mind my business. You know, I don't mean no harm, or or some disrespectful shit, because that's not what it's about. It's just I kind of know my place.
And I'm going in there to.
It's funny because when people actually that don't know me but go based on what I look and actually have a conversation with me, they're like, "Damn, you're totally different." Compared to what I thought you were going to be. I thought you were going to be your typical gym head. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's part of it. I don't take it personal.
Right.
I don't take it personal because at the end of the day, I know I have a good heart and I have one of the, my personality and my character, they're cool.
Fends for itself.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, again, like you said,
some aren't going to like it. Some aren't. But I think and most people know, I'm very blunt. Like, I don't sugarcoat shit.
There's no reason
What you see is what you get. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Or vice versa. I know how to take constructive criticism. When I was growing up, I hated it. But it helps you. It helps you long-term with growth.
Right.
Like we talked about right now. You need people like that in your circle.
Right.
And if you don't have those kind of people in your circle, you got to let them go.
You got to let them go. They got to help you, man. You know what I mean? So... I mean, that's what it is, and basically you got to think about it. Kind of that's what a coach is. A coach is the person that's going to give you the most constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't give you the constructive criticism, you really don't know what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like they always say, like the coach that's yelling at you is probably because of the fact that he sees the most potential in you.
I agree.
You know, so that's where it's a good thing, and then I'm going to take this to a commercial, though. So, this episode's also brought to you by My Rose. That's MAI__ROSE. And they're giving out, or not giving out, but they're selling stuff like shirts, pins, wine bottle tops, bracelets, keychains. All you got to do is hit her up on Instagram right now at MAI__ROSE. I'll put it up right there. But go check her out, because if you hit her up with the code 2PSPOD, you can get 10% off your first order. So... hit them up, you know what I mean? They got all the good stuff. It's all beaded. They even do custom shirts, you know what I'm saying? They customized my shirt. So go check them out. Not 2Piece Pod. My Rose, MAI__ROSE. So, the mentality that you're bringing into this, this competition, what would you say is the biggest difference from last time?
I'm all in.
You're more focused.
I'm more focused.
Everything is dialed in.
I'm visualizing what I have to do and how I feel like I want to present my physique.
Yeah.
Come show day. So therefore, I've been making sure I'm staying
right on point.
Yeah.
So
holding myself accountable and being.
How are these carbless days? Are they hitting hard?
I'm not gonna lie, man. It's definitely a struggle sometimes. Every morning waking up like a zombie.
Ugh.
Um, but it's part of
Um,
the process.
yep.
You know, it's like I tell people right now. This is like where the fun happens now because your body's gonna be changing so fast, and it's like this is what it's about. To me, I love this process. And as weird as it sounds, I actually enjoy it. Like suffering.
So real quick, take me through your daily workouts. Like quickly, like so. For instance, chest. What do you do chest day?
Well, for me personally, I have on my physique, my upper chest is weak.
Uh-huh.
It's not developed. It's like one of my weaker muscle groups.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit a lot of incline. So from Smith machine the incline, dumbbell incline, hammer strength incline, things like that.
Okay. And it's all lightweight, right?
It varies.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
varies.
And then after you do that, do you do cardio every day?
Yes.
So what's your cardio
Been doing an hour.
of doing what?
I've been doing treadmill at a 10-point incline
Okay.
at 3.2 speed.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I'll do that for at least. I'll go. So okay, technically, what I really do is I go at 15 at 3 or 3.2 for about 30 minutes. That's all I tell anybody to do. I'm like, if you can do that, you'll start losing weight, and you'll just notice that you're losing fat, not muscle.
Mind you, I mean, there's gonna be days. We all have those days where we're exhausted and we don't want to be at the gym. But it's kind of like you gotta remind yourself why you're doing it. And I always tell people the hardest part is getting to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're there, then take your pre and give it what you can.
Right.
You know, make the best of it. But it's, like I said, it's the hardest part is getting to the gym on the days that you're mentally just not feeling it, or you're mentally exhausted.
It's like I'm done today. So what? Okay, so you're mentally exhausted. You're going to a back day. What's your back day?
I like to work for my back. I've noticed I lack lower lats, so I do a lot of underhand pulls.
Okay.
To help me.
And underhand pulls, are you doing them from like just the cable down low, or where are you getting those from? Or just talking about from
on Smith machine? I like to use the underhand rows on Smith
Oh,
machine.
yeah.
Even sometimes with a dumbbell individually, pull
Make
it
sure
underhand. Yeah. You know, your regular pull downs, just reverse your hands. Do it together or one at a time.
That's a good way of doing it. That's a good thing to think of.
And pull-ups I do them underhand instead of overhand.
Okay. So more like chin-ups.
Yeah.
How many chin-ups you doing?
Man, I do between 4 to 5 sets of 15 to 20.
I gotta get back up there.
But I switch it off. There's times where I use assisted, or free. So as long as I get them done, basically, you know, that's all that matters.
Okay, so then what is your shoulder day looking like?
Shoulder day, a lot of pressing movements.
Just everything pressing, like
dumbbell press, Smith machine press,
military press.
No, I don't do military press.
No, why not?
I lied. Yes, on Smith machine I do, but not free.
Yeah, okay.
I prefer Smith machine.
Just because
I feel like there's more constant tension on the muscle, and you're able to push a little bit more weight because you don't have to worry about balancing the weight.
Yeah.
On free.
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer incline, regular bench press, squats on Smith, because you're able to pack on a little bit more weight and you have more control because you're not worried about being balanced.
Yeah, you're
balancing
just worried
the
about
weight.
pushing it.
Correct.
Okay, so then let's go arms. Do you work arms in with other muscles, or do you work them out by themselves?
With other muscles.
So you're working out arms, probably buys with back, right, or what?
Or sometimes I flip flop it. I'll do chest and buys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to switch it up.
What do you do for buys?
Your basic barbell curls.
Yeah.
Dumbbell curls. I do a lot of hammer stuff. So I always tell people, if you want the illusion of huge arms, do a lot of hammer curls. Whether it's the barbell, single dumbbell, because that brachialis is, so when you hit it, it's going to expand, right? So it gives the illusion of your arms being wider and bigger. Mm-hmm. Instead of just always doing, the curls.
Yeah, my arms are too big right now.
So keep that in mind. Hammer curls.
Hammer curls.
Hammer curls for the win.
Right?
Yeah. Want bigger arms? Hammer curls it is.
Yeah, hammer curls it is.
Yeah.
How about for triceps? Just as normal standard pull downs and
skull crushers.
I like skull crushers a lot.
Either laying down with the barbell or like with the dumbbell.
Keep it real. I do. I
Even
get like a 50. And then
so I've noticed with this prep, I've been doing a lot for triceps, a lot of close grip on Smith
Yeah.
machine. So I've been noticing a big difference.
Keep it real. Okay, so that's what I
Because
was gonna tell
triceps
you.
was another growing up was another weak body part on me.
Yeah. See, that's my. I like a tricep.
I was always shoulder
But
dominant.
I'll do when I do military curls. I try to just get in as close as possible and do 10, and then I'll come right here and just stay as close as possible and just try to hit 10.
So I was always shoulder dominant, bicep dominant, and leg dominant, quad dominant.
Yeah.
So I've noticed I've been able to bring up my legs, like my hamstrings, to try to kind of match my quads.
Right.
But mind you, so what I do, obviously, men's physique, we wear the board shorts, right? But still, I think my personal preference, I want to look well rounded.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, well,
it's just something for me, you
yeah,
know.
you don't want to be chicken legged.
Pretty much.
See, like I've always been tricep, shoulder. Keep it real, or maybe not shoulder, maybe back, but shoulder or back. No, I gotta say shoulder, and then calves. My calves have always just been huge.
See, that's a big thing for me is calves. This genetics, man. We don't have calves. I hit them, but they just don't grow. Don't expect them to be like freaking softballs.
Yeah, see,
you know?
that's mine. Mine just never go away.
They get like that little cut. It's all good.
Yeah, see, mine. Like I said, they're like this. I just can't get them to go away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to though.
Some people have them, some people don't, and you're fortunate enough you have them.
Yeah, we'll see. You got other things that I don't either though, but it's okay. So okay, what it sounds like to me is you're kind of going into the whole mindset of what fitness visionaries kind of portrays.
100%.
And I know you're sponsored by them, so let's talk about them. You know, fitness visionaries. Like this is a brand that you brought me some shirts, which is amazing. We'll have some pictures up, you know, about it and stuff like that. Well, what is this brand about? I know a little bit about it, but what can we tell them that they can understand about it?
I think it's just, you know, being a leader in the sense of, you know, putting in the grind and the effort day in, day out, not just in fitness, but outside of fitness too.
Leading
by example.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Just going out and grinding yourself, showing everybody
letting your work do the talking.
Right.
I mean, you know me well, but for the most people that don't, I'm not much of a talker. I'm more of the doer.
Right.
Like I'm gonna show you through my actions. I don't need to hype myself up.
Mm-mm.
But mind you, I'm confident within myself because I know I'm crazy to know that my abilities are up there.
Exactly.
Because I hold myself to a high standard, and you have to. Mm-hmm. You gotta have that positive mentality.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, because I mean, don't get me wrong, but if you're not going into this thinking you can win or thinking you know you're gonna be the top dog, why are you going into it at all?
Yeah.
You know, like you have to go.
That's
into
an competitive sport. You know.
Yeah.
You got to go in with the mentality.
Like you're fighting.
Yeah. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be number one.
Yes, this is a big old fight to the end. That's all it is.
Yeah. So, fitness visionaries, like I said, it means a lot to me, man. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of it since 2015 with the original founder. It was named Adrian Hoosier, which we grew up to become very close friends.
How did you guys meet?
We met through the gym.
See?
At 24. So we just would see each other every day. You know, I started out, hey, what's up? And then we just started getting a little bit closer and closer. Started talking, started working out with one another. Little did we end up finding out that his dad and his uncles actually grew up in the same town that I'm from, with my uncle and with my father too, and my aunt. So they all went to school together, like to high school and stuff like that. So it's like, dang, what a small world, you know?
Yep.
So we got close, and he reached out to me one day. He's like, hey, I'm thinking about doing my own fitness brand, and I want you to be my sponsored athlete, the first one. I want you to roll with me. And, you know, obviously I was honored. I said, of course. You know, I do whatever I can to help. So, yeah, like I said, he reached out to me. I said, yeah. And unfortunately, the next year, there's a freak accident, and he was riding his motorcycle, and the drunk driver ran a red light and took him out. So
you want to know the truth? Is I that was back. You said 2016. I'm trying to think, cause I remember seeing that. I remember seeing where the accident was. There was a whole bunch of people on site, ambulance there, and I just remember, you know, finding out that somebody died there.
It was hard, you know. To this day, it is hard. It's like a bad dream, you know.
Yeah.
But anytime My biggest goal is try to make sure I do whatever I can to keep his legacy alive through FV. You
Mm-hmm.
know, anytime I support FV, I'm supporting FV. I feel like he's with me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like being he's always looking over me.
Right.
You know, and obviously over his family and stuff like that.
Right.
So FV means a lot to me. You know, I'll do anything and everything for them.
Nice. And see, and that's keep it real. That means
I'm real big on if I give you my word, I won't go against it.
right, and especially somebody like that. Like, it sounds like you guys built up this bond just to
And that's another reason why I'm excited for this show.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of like if he was here, I'm sure he would be proud. You know,
Right.
it's kind of like, but
He'd probably be here with you.
Yeah,
You
100%.
know.
Yeah.
And that'd be cool.
But I know he's with me in spirit. I know he's looking over me. I know he's got me.
Right.
So that's
the biggest part.
That's the biggest part. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And see, and that's the thing is like, don't get me wrong, but just for that passion alone, you know what I mean? You've already sat here and helped him establish a little bit of a going, and he's probably looking down right now, just thinking to himself like, "Thank you," you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
kept my passion going.
So as being one of the FV leaders, is like that's my goal,
Mm-hmm.
is to continue the legacy, and do it at the best way possible.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Hell
kind of
yeah.
like lead by example.
Hell yeah.
Mind you, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna make mistakes too.
Of course.
But like I said, it means a lot to me rocking the FV.
Hell yeah. See, that's perfect, and you know what I mean, like that. Like I said, and who knows what'll happen from it? It could just rocket off one day, and people are like, "I love this." You know what I mean? You're about to go. Or what do you wear when you go to your competitions? Do you have to? Well, I know you don't wear a shirt like during it, but like afterwards and stuff like that. Do you wear
Well,
FD?
I actually, so we get spray tan, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I wear a shirt over before I actually step on stage or go in the back room to pump up. So I FV stuff,
Mm-hmm.
some sweats, some sandals, and then obviously, like I said, when it's time to go my category and go in the back room, just take everything off,
Mm-hmm.
start pumping out.
See, and then when you're doing your thing, and of course, like I said, I believe in what you're gonna do. So I feel like you're gonna, no matter what place. So when you place, I feel like them seeing your brand too is just gonna pop it even more.
Yeah, to see
Which is gonna be dope.
what I represent. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
See. And I like that. You know what I mean? You were telling me earlier, just like you said, like the mindset of them is just to be, how do I want to put this? Is to be passionate about what you're doing, but also helping out the community.
yeah,
And you read something to me that it stuck out like that because that's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And I like that kind of stuff. Like, I bring people in just because I want the community to know, like, hey, these are what the people around you are doing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the good things that go on. You've got people that are doing cool things. Check them out. Like, that's what it's all about. It's just spreading the word of everybody.
Just
You
giving
know?
people recognition of what they do.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I think we lack it. There should be more of it.
Right.
Because it can honestly make a huge impact on someone's life. Honestly, I feel like it can.
Maybe help someone out there that's not doing that. And I mean, shoot, maybe it just helps you out in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's a big thing. Is there's been a couple times where it's like I've been angry, but somebody comes up to me and just says the right thing, and I'm like, all right, I'm not angry really no more.
Yeah.
So it does mean a lot when you can do stuff like that for people, and I feel like that's a big thing that you wanted to push for fitness visionaries.
Yeah.
You know, so that's amazing, man. I mean, who else runs the business with
So
you?
no, it's not. I don't run the business. His dad runs the business.
Runs the business.
His name's Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Yeah. So he's kind of. I tell people he's like my second dad. Me and
Mm-hmm.
him. Obviously, ever since that happened, me and him got really close. So I see
Yeah.
him as my second dad.
Yeah.
So he's probably like one of the most biggest hearted person I've ever met. You know, he's just a go above and beyond for you.
Right.
No questions asked. He's just
Man, and
he's a great guy.
Did you see any kind of like? I hate to ask this, but did you see any kind of change in him after that?
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah. Did he come back from it, or you could still see that it weighs on him every day?
I think every day is different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can't really speak on it because I never experienced something like that.
Right.
You know, so I think just gotta take it day by day. Every day is very different, for sure.
Yeah, I bet. I could
But
never
of course, like I
understand how
just
that
try to
feels.
keep it in high spirits.
Yeah.
Positive at all times.
But you see that he's doing better now. You know, like I said.
But I would like to say congratulations, Lorenzo. He actually just got married last weekend, so congratulations on that.
Hell
I'm sorry
yeah.
I couldn't make it, but it was out in Hawaii. So
oh wow.
that's
Yeah.
Another thing that motivates me to push for this show, because obviously I couldn't make it because of where I'm committed right now.
Right.
So that's another reason to give me that extra push.
Hell yeah.
It's not just for me personally. Obviously, I made a promise to my son, try to represent Visionaries for Adrian, for sure, 100%. And, you know, just for my peers around me.
Right.
You know, I don't want to let people down.
Right.
You know, especially the people who support me. I truly appreciate it. You know, it means a lot to me, and that kind of helps me to always continue to push forward.
Right.
Even on the days that are hard, that I feel like fuck this, I don't want to do it no more. I continue to push forward.
You just like hear their voices kind of back here, like, "Hey, you got this, you got this," and you're like, "All right, I'm gonna push."
Like I said, encouragement goes a long way.
Right. Yeah. Who would you say gives you the most encouragement and makes you push the hardest, though? I think I already know the answer, but
what do you think?
I'm gonna say your son.
He says things here and there,
but like
he's kind of more like on the shy end when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah,
but he knows what his dad does. You know. I want to say the biggest. Man, I don't think there's just one individual. There's many.
Like a mix of it comes together. Yeah.
It's cool because the gym I train at is kind of like it's a well-rounded community.
Which gym is that?
NASPower.
Okay, I've heard.
So everyone's all for one another.
Yeah.
You know, everyone does their own thing, whether it's powerlifting, bodybuilding, you just go just to work out. It's a cool environment, you know what I'm saying? It's very well supportive from, you know, the staff to the owners. It's like they're all about it. Yeah. You know, and that's dope, you know what I'm saying?
It makes you want to be more about it.
It makes you feel at home. So it's like, to me, that's home away from home, you know?
Do you use the gym as like a getaway? So like when you're at the gym, does it feel kind of like you're away from everything else? Nothing else has to bother you? That's what I used to do.
Yeah, you zone out.
Yeah.
I zone out. That's kind of like your therapy.
Yeah, I used to
People use it as therapy, you know. Whatever what's going on in your life at the time. You kind of like, for those hour or two that you're there, you get to like just, you know, focus on what you got to do right then and there. Nothing else matters.
Put your music on or anything?
No, not yet. I will though.
When do you do that
maybe,
for the prep?
Yeah, it helps.
Do you do saunas?
Probably 4 weeks out, I'll start doing the sauna.
Is it sauna or steam room?
I would say sauna. I think the last time I did was a sauna. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because
that kind of pulls all that sweat out, huh?
Yeah.
And do you do? So you said right before?
Probably like 4 weeks out, we'll start doing the sauna.
No ice baths, nothing like that.
I haven't done it.
Do you do the suction cups?
I mean, the therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna have set up an appointment once I'm 4 weeks out. That'll be my last one. Because what happens with me, with my back, my lats, they have a tendency of being uneven. So he has to spread me open, right? To open me up. So it makes a bigger difference on my back shot.
Yeah.
So 4 weeks out, I'll be getting that done, the last one, and then we're almost there. So
almost there. So and then you don't get any more because you want those muscles to be tight.
Right.
Right. And what does he do? Does he like?
He has different
mechanisms.
Yeah. And then obviously the cupping.
Does he use a gun or does he do the scraper?
The scraper. That shit is fucking brutal.
Oh yeah.
It fucking hurts.
Does he use oils or anything or just? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what how the oil's called, but he does use it.
Yeah.
But the scraper for sure. He does have the gun.
Bad thing, man. Yeah. And then you're looking at your skin like, holy moly, why did I do
It's all worth it though.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you gotta treat your body as a car. You know, it's like that's your fucking engine.
Exactly.
You got to take care of it.
And that's why I used that gun all the time when I was doing workouts and stuff. Like, I'd use that gun every day and I'd stretch consistently every day.
Mind you, I mean, you're still going to be sore, but not as sore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it kills that soreness down like half the
time. It helps. It makes a difference. You're able to sleep.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So it's like, fudge. Like, instead of feeling like,
Like an old man, like an old grandpa already.
And it hurts more now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe my brother or my dad would say, as you get older, your body starts. I always had them. I say, nah, that'll never happen to me.
I'll be good.
Shit, a whole different story.
It hit fast too.
Yeah.
It's like I literally was like 29, and then it's like, oh, I'm okay. And
it
then
literally slaps you in the face.
and I was like, ugh.
It literally slaps you in the face.
I threw my back out for the first time.
Oh wow.
And it was
doing what? Bending over, tying your shoe.
I fell asleep on the couch.
That's even worse.
And well, so mind you, it was when my girl was in labor. Okay. So I was on one of those couches, and I woke up the next day and I couldn't move. I was like,
yeah, those couches they're not comfortable.
No,
at all.
Oh my God, I was like, I might die. That hurt so bad.
I know the feeling.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say some shit that you probably bent over to tie your shoe and then your fucking back just gave out on you. I'm like, see, nah. That's the age.
Yeah, but that's why I don't tie my shoes no more. Just
get those zip up ones.
Yeah.
Or just the slip ons or slip ons.
Yeah. That's what I do. I'm like, nah, screw that. I'm not.
Those are my son's favorite. That fool's so lazy. He don't want to tie his damn shoes. He just wants to.
I will not do the Crocs though. I can't do them.
What's wrong with the Crocs?
Bro, I can't wear Crocs.
They're comfortable. I'm just saying. I don't have any, but my son does. He likes them. I mean, I've put them on before. They're comfortable.
My son has some.
I just like the rare. Honestly, I'm one of those. I like the slides.
Me too.
I'll rock the slides.
I'll rock slides.
But hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like. As far as when it comes to my son, if you're comfortable with those, cool.
I just don't like them. Yeah. I don't like the way they feel.
Yeah. That's personal preference.
Yeah, I'm a slides kind of guy.
They're not for everybody.
Yeah, they hold on too much.
Yeah.
I don't like. If I slide into something, I want it to be nice and open.
Yeah.
My
you want to have grip too.
Yeah, yeah.
You're scared that you just go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. He said, "What's wrong with the Crocs? I just don't like them."
For sure, slide gang.
Yeah. Slide gang. So okay, let's see here. We went through all of the fitness visionaries that you wanted to speak on. Yeah. By the way, that's an amazing story for that. And Lorenzo, congrats on everything and having this whole business still going on.
And also, thank you, Lorenzo, for the continued support and everything you do. It truly means a lot to me and everybody else.
Right. That's the thing. And, so let's give a shout out to that. And then let's take them out on, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on IG, S_A_B_B_Y22.
And I'll put it up over there. And
then I'll tag Fitness Visionaries, so it's Fitness Visionaries _Visionaries. So at Fitness, my bad, _Visionaries.
I was like, wait.
Usually I always tag it, so you guys can find
I'll
find
tag
the page
it too. We'll put it definitely in some stories, some reels or something like that, some pics.
I mean, I hope you like the shirts that you got.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I'm gonna be rocking those. Those are badass. Keep it real.
You're welcome.
Those are dope. Thank you.
No, anytime.
But yeah, any last words you want to tell anybody?
Just thank you everybody for the continued support. It's like what I feel is like it's not just about winning, but also inspiring.
Tell them when your show is.
So the show is December 10th. It's called Muscle Contest Fitness. Muscle Contest. I'm pretty sure they'll be streaming it. So December 10th, which is on a Saturday.
And where was that at?
It's gonna be in San Diego.
Woo! So if you want to go check it out.
So I'm excited.
That's gonna be cool.
I'm excited. I'm tired. Yeah. I'm tired right now. My body's tired, but I'm deep down. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's all it's about.
I already got my board shorts and everything, so we're ready to go.
All decked out.
We're ready to go.
There you go. And then you can find me at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. All the good stuff streaming. And this episode was also brought to you again by Porterville Wholesale. My boy Ray Sanchez is just waiting down there for you at 1902 West North Grand in Porterville, California. Just to sit here and hook you guys up with some good tools, some good saws. He's got the heaters. I know everybody wants a heater right now. I know you maybe not want the outdoor patio sets and the fans and all that good stuff, but you want a heater right now, and he's got tons of them for great prices. So go check him out. Again, that's at 1902 West North Grand in Porterville, California. Ray Sanchez is waiting for you. Thank you, my boy.
Man, thank you so much.
It was fun. A lot of fun.